my gosh, it's almost Christmas. And you forgot to get a gift for someone. What do you do? Well, welcome to our annual last minute gifts class. So here's an idea for those book lovers in your life, and it's a pretty easy project that comes out really elegant and book lovery. So first of all, we take an empty ornament, and the top here just pops right off so that you can put things in there. But what are we going to put in there? We're going to make some little book page curly cues, and then we're going to make some tiny little roses, and we'll send you with a little bit of ribbon to help them hang it on their tree. We've been deconstructing books here for a very long time, so you do not have to worry about feeling bad about deconstructing a book. We are giving new life to books that have fallen apart. So what do you do first? I go ahead and trim off the plain edges because I really like the extra text. So I just trim that around, and we are starting out by making the little curly cues that go inside. So I trim this lengthwise into about 4 pieces. I'm gonna hold that so they don't blow away because, as you all know, it's Nebraska and it's windy. Yep, good timing. Thank you, Mother Nature. So we take and we trim those, like I said, into about 4 pieces. And then stack them up. And then I trim them right in half. And then I get out the glue, which I don't have out here because I used hot glue just to make it go a little bit faster. You can use stick glue, hot glue, tacky glue, Elmer's glue, any type of glue that you really want to use. And then we just roll it over, glue it like that, and then my other one blew away, so I can't quite show you, but take off the little silver cap and just pop them inside, and you'll make several pages worth of these. So don't worry. As you go through, just make them and pop them inside until you feel like you have enough. Now comes the hard part, which is making the little rosettes. And yep, it's Nebraska and it's windy. Welcome back to Nebraska and it's windy. So these little rosettes are going to take some trial and error. I went ahead, and the first several times I did it, I just didn't cut it quite narrow enough. So I went ahead and I made 5 or 6 of them before I was like, okay, these are the rosettes that I'm going to make. So again, feel free, try it. If you don't like it, try again. There's more pages where those came from. So to make the rosette, I trim off the excess. And don't worry about whether or not you were straight, because what we're going to do is make kind of a circle-ish, but notice how I'm making the edges wibbledy because petals are not straight. So then we will just go ahead and start, and like I said, for this size, I liked the really narrow pieces. So again, we're making it all wibbledy and trying to keep them fairly narrow. Thank you, Mother Nature. We love you. And keep going in a circle. And around 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 until you actually have a little centerpiece. So this is the hard part. take the little centerpiece and you will wrap this thing around and around and around and around and around for the next couple minutes until you actually get the entire thing curled up. Do it fairly tight because you want the page to actually keep your curl even if it doesn't get a lot of glue on it. So, and it's okay if the pieces of your rosette end up, some of them low, some of them high, because petals kind of do that in nature. And once when I did these types of flowers, I did multiple cuttings and rolled them all up to give it more depth. So feel free, if you don't like just the single roll, feel free to do more than one. And then once you have it pretty tight, you can let it go just a little bit. That's why we wanted it to have a fairly tight curl. Don't worry about the tail yet because you're going to take care of that when you glue it. And I do use hot glue for this just because that's a really quick setting glue. But you will go ahead and glue it to this little round piece in back and then add a little bit of glue on your tail. And then you have your little rosette. Oops, it blew away again. Surprise, surprise. So you'll make approximately 3 of them because it's always nice to have a good little trifecta. And then from your book page, we'll just cut out a couple little leaf shapes and glue those to the top of your ornament. Add some ribbon, and then poof! It's a last-minute gift. Okay, I chased it down. So here is a close-up of the little rosettes and the leaves glued to the top of your ornament. And then just tie a little bit of the ribbon. And it looks all fancy.